Interesting. We're back.
Hi. Guys. Hello,
What to
hello.
do when you believe that you're bad at something. So this conversation is fun because there's so many things that we actually prevent ourselves from doing because we just won't even try. We think we're bad at it. And that's a deep-seated belief. And what does it do? Rita, what does it do? Does it make you lively and full of life and help you try new things and make you a fun person?
Well, sometimes we think that that's one way the only way you can feel is to feel bad and so we end up creating more of that bad feeling and building more on that belief. So, today we're talking about breaking the habit of being yourself and changing your bad beliefs.
Right.
And
right.
As parents, we have beliefs, right? Because something bad happens, and then what do? Something bad happens, and then our child does something, our spouse does something, our boss does something, and usually the bad beliefs go to who?
It's my fault. What did I do?
I'm a bad mom. I'm a bad dad. The divorce, the separation, the cheating, all that happens. And it only builds on the beliefs that we already hold inside within us.
Right.
So where
does being bad start?
Well, what is bad, right? So for the brain, as brain trainers, we know that the survival part of your brain is the part that will say that's bad. That is bad because that hurt my feelings. That is bad because I felt pain. That is bad because, it reminds me of when I was a little girl and this thing happened. And so those chemicals, emotions, sensations are being projected up in the future. And now you're creating them in your life.
And guys, feeling bad, I think this was really super eye-opening for me. So when I was like, well, I feel bad about that, or I feel bad about this happened to this poor person. I feel so bad. The bad feeling came from when I was little and I did something wrong.
Yes.
It was the same sensation for me. Now, I'm not doing something wrong when I see something bad happen or I feel bad for somebody else, but the sensation is the same. I'm bad.
Yeah.
And this is where, this good enough movement started, right? You want to feel good enough. You want to be good enough. You want to do good enough. And it came from that childhood belief that I'm bad.
Yeah.
But is the opposite good?
Yeah. And we internalize it as little kids. You've heard psychologists say that they internalize it and they feel like they caused the divorce. They caused your anger. They caused your frustration.
Oh, yeah.
They caused your visit to the hospital. They feel the cause of that. And so when you're dealing with your children, when you're in a bad belief, what are the things that you can do to break that habit? What are the things they can do, Tammy, to start breaking the habit?
And that's so powerful because what you think is your child seeing it the same way you're seeing it. So like your actions don't really matter because you understand your own emotions and your own actions, but your child is looking at it and creating a worldview about this, about this reaction. So we get to be extra considerate of what is going on in their life as they see us getting angry or upset or hurt or ill or any of these things. So the first thing to do is just take responsibility for it, right? Be like, I was angry and I overreacted and I am going to now go let it go.
And I think I think that's great. When a parent comes from that perspective, that takes the responsibility off of the child.
Right.
Because the child's like, oh, okay, she's owning up to it. But how many times do we turn around in the car and say, shut up, you're pissing me off?
Exactly. It's your fault I'm mad. It's your fault I'm lost my job. It's your fault not only are they feeling that, but then sometimes we reiterate that. And I think it's super important for us then to explain to kids, like, this has nothing to do with you.
Right. That's a great point.
I need to go find out what happened in my life that I'm reacting this way. That's childish. That's not a way I would want my children to act, right? I mean, get in your own face and say, is this how you want your children to grow up and act? Because they're just going to copy you. Monkey see, monkey do.
Yeah. I think this would be a good, I think it's a good time to introduce the 10 Commandments. Should we introduce the 10 Commandments? Okay.
Let's do it.
The 10 Commandments are why we have problems. And also, if you can look at it as to why your children have problems, or why they're acting out, or why they are doing and being what they're, can you see the full screen, Tammy?
Yes.
Okay,
Perfect.
great. So these are the principles that work. And these principles work with anybody, anybody. They work with parents, with children. I mean, anybody who's a human, it works for. And so we believe this is 100% true, no matter what. This belief system is 100%. These 10 commandments that we're going to tell you, they're true. They're true in Africa, and they're true in the United States, Nigeria. They're true in Japan of why we have problems. So here is the first one. So the first one is the stage was set. Your caregivers already had their problems, their beliefs, their skills, and their talents before you even arrived, before you even were born. So we know that to be 100% true, right? And then you're born. Why we have problems is because 100% you're here, you're born. So from birth, a baby learns who they are and how the world works through their experiences. Number 3, the stage was set. Every experience is interpreted by the subconscious mind. So from 0 to 7, you're just receiving information. A child cannot discern, oh, I can let that one go because that's my mom's issue. Oh, I can let that go because that's my dad's issue. They cannot discern that. They don't have those neural connections to be able to do that. And they do make meaning. And those are meanings and facts and proofs of who the baby is. So if you tell your baby, you're just a crying little piece of poo-poo, that's how they're going to interpret their world. And they are affected, children are affected and they are influenced. Every experience is filtered through existing data from previous experiences, and they give it meaning. And based on the information, they are taught and influenced to the best of your ability. Like, look, parents, fathers, that's just what you have. It's just the emotional intelligence level that you have. And that's all that you could have done to best take care of your children. So is that true or 100% true? Yeah, 100% true. So then you grow up, now you're a teenager, or young adult, and from your experiences, you develop your own beliefs, your own coping skills, and your own perception, right? And then you start, you start creating your identity. I am from your experiences as a child. I am sad, I am lonely, I'm mad, I'm not capable, I'm confused, you're confused because you're going between two different worlds, your parents' world and your world. I'm not good enough because you're remembering, being yelled at that you weren't good enough.
I'm bad. You broke something and it was a simple little, something that you broke, but you didn't realize that was so valuable and you believe you're bad.
Yes. Yeah. And what you want to do this one, Tammy?
Oh yeah, metaphoric. Therefore, all problems are metaphoric expressions built from inner references, whether consciously remembered or not. And so now you've created a metaphor for I'm broken. Okay, so let's use the example of you broke something when you were little, and now you've held that experience inside of you and you say, I'm broken, but you didn't know that it actually came. It's just a metaphor for how you felt when this happened. All right. And those feelings are so powerful. All right. Number 9. So why do we have these problems? PIPs are problems and something else. I don't remember.
They're problems, issues, pains, and symptoms. Why do we have these problems, these issues, these
pains, and these symptoms?
Yeah.
Well, there are so many different doctrines to explain why you have this. You're a sinner, you're broken, you have blocks, you have chemicals, but the real cause is the subconscious program. And that's where and when your brain was hardwired between the ages of 0 and 7. So then we act automatically based on this program. The meanings, decisions, choices, actions, behaviors, and thought processes are all a result. And that's what's creating your life. And so you can change your life when you understand these and then give yourself an updated program. The 10th commandment: as you take complete ownership for how you feel, those feelings are really running your life, and they're based on that program. How you think and how you act, and your whole world can change.
Yes, and that's what we do. That as brain trainers, we help that change occur. We give you the tools and the techniques and the brain training to be able to shift, to flip and switch all those bad beliefs, and they're not bad. Those beliefs helped you. Those beliefs survived you. You needed those beliefs so you can be here now. Now you're here. Now you're an adult. Now you can, like Tammy was saying, update them and change them. So we have the stop technique down below. Click on that.
Use that for any stressful situation. I mean, it is the stop stress technique. And stress is going to shut you down and send you into those programs. Just listen to this. Stress is going to shut your brain down and send you back into a program of when you're younger, when you were immature, when you didn't, you just learned how to behave, how to react instead of how to respond. So use the stop stress technique to stop that program from being automatic and to make better decisions, be thoughtful, be kind,
be a better mom, a better dad,
be better.
better.
Better mom, better dad, better daughter, better son, better.
Yes. So breaking the habit of today is about beliefs. Tomorrow we're going to breaking the habit of being your attitude, breaking the attitude habit. So if you want to know how to break that attitude habit, we're going to give you some information on how to do that. And also we're going to be bringing in a 5-day challenge for those moms of you who want to break beliefs, break emotions, break habits, break actions, break behaviors, just break those old habits and create new ones with your kids, for your kids. And that's going to be so fun and exciting.
Yes, it's super awesome. If you're a mom, it is the pivotal point of your life, right? So to use that to become different than your parent, or they're different than the way you perceived your parent, and to create a different result for your family.
Yep. Very good. What do they do now?
All right. Like, subscribe, and smash that notification button. That's how Priella says it. And share this with your friends, because guess what? Big things are coming, and you know that they need it. We know that you need it. And together,